We would like to inform everybody that we are all in place to proceed with the AGM. Over to the board.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to all the shareholders to the 22nd Annual General Meeting of Avenue Supermarts Limited. I am Ashu Gupta, Company Secretary of your company. I hope all of you are safe and in good health. Before we commence, I would like to inform you that this annual general meeting is being held through video conferencing or other audiovisual means in accordance with the general circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities Exchange Board of India from time to time, applicable provisions of the Companies Act and the SEBI regulations. The two-way teleconferencing WebEx facility is being made available to the shareholders to attend this annual general meeting of the company on a first-come, first-served basis. The members attending the meeting through video conferencing shall be counted for the purpose of quorum. Since this AGM is being held through video conferencing, physical attendance of members has been dispensed with. Accordingly, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not available for the AGM, and hence inspection of proxy register is also not applicable. The company has received requests from few members to speak in this AGM. Accordingly, floor will be open for the members to ask questions or express their views. It is informed that the company reserves the right to limit the number of speakers depending on the availability of time for the AGM. All the members joining this meeting are by default placed on mute mode to avoid any background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of this meeting. During the question-answer session, the moderator will announce the names of registered speaker shareholders. Speaker shareholders will thereafter be unmuted by the host of the AGM and will be allowed to express their views or ask questions. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes, and I request you all to adhere to this time limit. Members facing any technical issue are requested to call the helpline number of NSDL as mentioned in the notice of the AGM. Members may note that since the AGM is held through video conferencing or other audiovisual means, the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, and as the facility of e-voting is also available at the AGM, there will be no proposing or seconding of the resolutions. Members who have not yet cast their vote by remote e-voting can exercise their voting rights at the AGM through e-voting by following instructions as mentioned in the notice of the AGM for remote e-voting. The members can vote at the AGM through e-voting from commencement of this AGM till 15 minutes after conclusion of the AGM. I now request our chairman, Mr. Ramesh Damani, to take over proceedings of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ashu. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I, Ramesh Damani, Chairman of the Board, welcome you to the 22nd Annual General Meeting of Avenue Supermarts Limited. I am joining this meeting from my office in Breakeven Point in Mumbai. I have been informed that the requisite quorum for the meeting is present, and accordingly, I hereby call the meeting to order. Participation of members to video conferencing has been reckoned as quorum in accordance with the circulars mentioned earlier and as per Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. The statutory registers are available electronically for inspection by the members who are desirous to have an inspection of the AGM. Members seeking to inspect such documents can send the request to investorrelations@dmartindia.com from the registered email address. Before I begin my address, let me take the honor of welcoming our board members who have joined us for this meeting. For safety reasons, we are all attending the meeting from different locations. Therefore, I now request the board members, as I speak their names, to introduce themselves. My first call upon Mr. Chandrasekhar Bhave to introduce himself.
Morning, everybody. I am Chandrasekhar Bhave. I am the independent director of your company on the board of directors. I am the chairman of the audit committee, the nomination and remuneration committee, and the corporate social responsibility committee of the board. I am joining this meeting from Hotel Steinplatz in Berlin. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhave. May I request Ms. Kalpana Unadkat, our independent director, to introduce herself.
Thank you, Mr. Damani. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kalpana Unadkat. I'm an independent director of your company, and I'm joining this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpana. May I request our superstar MD, Ignatius Neville Narona, to introduce himself. You're on mute, Neville.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ignatius Neville Narona. I'm the managing director and CEO of your company. I am also chairman of the risk management committee of the company. I am joining this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Neville. May I request Mr. Ramakant Baheti to introduce himself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ramakant Baheti, full-time director and group CFO. I'm attending this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramakantji. May I request Ms. Manjari Chandak to introduce herself.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning. My name is Manjari Chandak. I'm the executive director of your company. I am also the chairperson of the stakeholder relationship committee, and I'm attending this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Manjari. May I request Mr. Elvin Machado to introduce himself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elvin Machado. I am the whole-time director of your company, and I am attending this meeting from the Thane corporate office.
Thank you, Elvin. In addition to our directors, we are also joined by Mr. Niladri Deb, CFO, who is joining us from the head office of the company in Thane. Welcome, Mr. Niladri.
Thank you, sir.
The chairman of the audit committee, nomination committee, NRC, nomination remuneration committee, and the stakeholders relationship committee are present at the AGM. We also have Mr. Sudhir Soni, partner, SRBC and Company, LLP, statutory auditors of the company, and Mr. Himanshu Kamdar, partner, Mr. Rathi and Associates, secretarial auditors and scrutinizer for e-voting, attending this meeting through video conferencing. May I now address the shareholders. Good morning, dear shareholders. I'm extremely delighted to interact with you through this medium. We have adapted to a new normal way of life in the past 2 years due to COVID-19. The second wave of the pandemic further tested our will as a society. We as an organization focused on what we could do to help our customers, partners, employees, and the society at large as these events unfolded. Despite the challenging times, FY 2022 progressed positively. This was driven by strong approach from the government to balance life and health, including lockdowns and widespread vaccination programs to safeguard public health and implementation of much needed fiscal and monetary policy measures to boost liquidity into the system. We also observed the private and non-profit sectors as well as healthcare personnel and others working together to serve the country and its people. The Indian GDP is estimated to have grown at 8.7% in FY22, exceeding the pre-COVID levels in actual terms. The effects of various reforms for capital spending, greater capacity utilization, and more private investments are likely to enable this growth. At Dmart, we saw growth across all our key financial parameters. We opened a record of 50 new stores during the financial year. With that, our retail footprint expanded to 284 stores by the end of March 2022. As part of our CSR commitments, we have continued directing our support to the public education system in India. In the past 2 years, we have enabled virtual systems through which the pupils are able to study remotely. We also have expanded our reach to 2 new cities, Pune and Aurangabad in Maharashtra, apart from extending our reach in the Mumbai metropolitan region. In addition, the company has made meaningful contributions to support some reputed and well-run external institutions in the fields of education, healthcare, and nutrition. We continue to strengthen our approach to sustainability through various means that would have a meaningful long-term positive impact on our company, its employees, the environment, and other stakeholders. Considering the overall development of the country, the mission per person, and the nature of our business model, we have developed a matrix for our go-to-market strategy on sustainability. We have detailed the same in our annual report this year. I would like to express my gratitude to all our shareholders who continue to trust in us in Dmart and what it stands for. I want to express my sincere gratitude to all of our employees for the unwavering focus, passion, and dedication in assisting us in serving our consumers in time with the need. I am optimistic in India's resurgent consumption story and its growth potential, and in Dmart's continuing ability to serve millions of Indians with our value proposition. As we continue to serve and grow, I request your extended cooperation. Thank you very much. One second, please. I conclude my speech and now we'll carry on with the business of the meeting. The notice containing the 22nd AGM, along with the annual report for the financial year ended 31st March 2022, consisting of financial statements, including the board's report, auditor's report, have been sent only to the members whose email IDs are registered with the company or the registrar and share transfer agents or the depository participants through electronic means. The notice has also been hosted on the website of the company. With your permission, I shall take the notice of the AGM as read. The company has presented the standalone and consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year 31st March 2022 as per the requirements under the Companies Act 2013. The auditor's report on the standalone and the consolidated financial statement does not have any qualification, observation, or comment on financial transactions or matters which have had any adverse effect on the functioning of the company. With your permission, I will also take that auditor's report as read. I now invite our shareholders to express their views or ask questions pertaining to the performance of the company during the year under review or the resolutions placed for the approval of members. The shareholders are requested to be brief and avoid repetition. The shareholders are also requested to express views and raise queries pertaining specifically to the annual report for the financial year 21-22 and business matters for today's meeting. The shareholders who have sent their queries on the email ID of the company provided in the notice of the meeting will be answered during the meeting. As regards any personal grievances or queries, if any, shareholders are requested to write directly to the company secretary or the registrar and transfer agents to enable prompt and appropriate response. Now, may I invite shareholders who have registered themselves as speakers to express their views and ask questions or give suggestions. Moderator, will you take over?
Mrs. H.S. Patel, she is not available in the meeting now, so we'll move on to the second shareholder, Mrs. Elizabeth Mascarenhas.
Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes, very good. Chairman, sir, Mr. Ramesh Damani, MD and CEO, Ignatius, you're smiling, huh? Ignatius Neville Narona, members of the board, my fellow shareholders attending this virtual meet. I am Mrs. Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenhas. I am attending from Mumbai. First of all, I will offer my condolence to Mr. Ramesh Damani. Ramesh Damani, I offer my condolence on the demise of his great friend of 30 years, Rakesh Junjunwala. May his soul rest in peace and eternal rest grant him, O Lord, and may the souls of the faithful rest in peace. With this, I go ahead. I thank the company secretary, Mr. Ashok Gupta, and her team for sending me e-annual report and also registering me as a speaker at my instance. And I thank you very much and giving me this platform to speak. The annual report is very informative and self-explanatory. Working is good. Even PBT, PAT is up. EPS is also up 24.95 as against last year of 17.99. But no dividend. I would like to know in which year we will be having dividend. And after 3 years, we will be celebrating Silver Jubilee. On page 26 and 27, I see all the directors are in smile. I feel some positive thing will come out to the minority shareholders. Or do our Dmart think of being like Hathway Berkshire of Warren Buffett, which is Dmart of India, only gave higher and higher valuation. Anyway, the task is to you. Rest, I go to the next one. Congratulations for all the awards and accolades received in these tough times. Thank you so much. I also appreciate the CSR work done, and it is a great thing. The work is done so well. Of course, I am very happy that we have very good CRISIL ratings on our bonds and whatever it is. And also ESG initiatives are taken. I would like to know whether we have gone for rating, and if rating, which agency and what is our score. Promoters, now my query is, we have 284 stores and 50 stores added. How many are fully owned and how many leased? How long it takes for a store to be viable? A year or some months? Number 2, the percentage of online sales to total sales. What is our market share in the retailing? Number 3, what is the capex for the next 3 years and getting ready for Silver Jubilee for organic growth and inorganic growth by acquisition, like many retailers have done, like Big Basket, Nature Basket, etc. Rest, I think there are many people who want to speak. I support all the resolutions and wish our Dmart team the best of health, because health is wealth, and good luck. Now, Mr. Mascarenas, my husband, is also shareholder, wants to say 2 lines.
Respected Chairman, sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Respected Chairman, sir, members of the board and my fellow shareholders, good morning to you all. My name is Aloysius Mascarenas. I am the best wisher of our company. It is doing so well. Our market cap is going up day by day. And my only question is, we are flourishing in India. Are we any plans to set up stores like Walmart or anything abroad, or Dubai and all? So this is my only question. And like Warren Buffett, we are doing very well. So 3 years down the line, we'll be completing Silver Jubilee. I expect a bonus, if not dividend, because dividend is not a practice, at least a bonus. With this, I wish you personally, our chairman and board of directors, and more importantly, all the employees, all the very best in the days and years to come. With this, sir, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Next, we will request our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Yusuf Rangwala, to please proceed with the question. Mr. Yusuf, we would also request you to please turn on your camera for a better interactive experience.
या गुड मॉर्निंग सर. क्या आपको मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर? दमानी साहब, आपको मेरा आवाज आ रहा है? नमस्कार सर, मैं बॉम्बे से यूसुफ, हाँ सर, बॉम्बे से मैं यूसुफ भाई रंगवाला बात करता हूँ सर. और अपना आशीष गुप्ता सर, अपना कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब को सर नमस्कार सर उनको. और आपका टैबलेट रमेश सर दमानी साहब कैसी है आपकी सर? हार्ड वर्किंग. और आज कंपनी देखो रेट आपका 4,200 है. आपने हमें 300 रुपए में दिया है. आपने हमें माल बना दिया है सर. और कोई क्या पूछने का सर? 300 रुपए का शेयर आज 4,200 कोट हो रहा है. अबाउट 10 टाइम्स मार्केट रेट है सर. ये दिखाता है सर आप कैसे केयर करते हैं. और सर और डीमार्ट को कोई जरूरत नहीं है सर। और सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ 15 अगस्त में अपना क्या बिजनेस हुआ, अपना क्या स्कीम था सर, ये मैं जानना चाहता हूँ 15 अगस्त के लिए, क्योंकि मैं रिलायंस में गया था, वहां पे बहुत स्कीम था। अपना डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर में क्या स्कीम था सर? हो सके तो हमें 30% डिस्काउंट कूपन भेजने का कृपा करिए सर, और कृपा कर सर। टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टोर कितने आप जो अपने से ओन करते हैं सर, और टोटल नंबर ऑफ नया कितना चाहते हैं सर? ये बिग बाजार जो अभी डाउन है उसको और अपना मर्ज करने का आपके कोई विचार है सर? बिग बाजार के बारे में आपका क्या विचार है सर, मैं जानना चाहता हूँ। एट प्रेजेंट अपना रिलायंस ही मेन कॉम्पिटिटर है, और तो अपना कोई नहीं है सर। और स्टार बाजार, ये दो अपने एट प्रेजेंट इस फील्ड में रिलायंस में है अपना, और उनमें क्या कॉम्पिटिशन है मैं जानना चाहता हूँ। और सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ दमानी सर, जहाँ पे आप होते हैं और अपना गुप्ता साहब चेयरमैन साहब, अपना सेक्रेटरी साहब, उन बारे में क्या कहना सर? सर मैं आपको बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। और सर छोटा सा शेयर पेश करना चाहता हूँ। फूलों की खुशबू महकती रहे ऐसे हर आने वाले सब त्योहारों की मैं आपको शुभकामना देता हूँ। और सर अभी आने वाले गणेश चतुर्थी सर नजदीक में है, और सर कल गोविंदा, विश यू अ वेरी हैप्पी गोविंदा सर, मेरी तरफ से सर आपको गोविंदा बहुत विश हो। और अपने गोविंदा की कृपा से अपनी कंपनी आज जो 4200 है, जब नेक्स्ट ईयर जब मिले तो अपना 5000 के ऊपर पार हो जाए, मैं इतना चाहता हूँ सर, इतना मेरा कृपा है सर। और ये 22 में एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग है सर, 3 साल को 25 हो जाएगा सर। हाउ यू आर सेलिब्रेटेड तो 3 साल तक मैं आपको सर आपने इतना अच्छा दिया है सर। बोनस के लिए मैं आशा करता हूँ सर, हो सके तो बोनस की सर मैं अर्जी पेश करता हूँ। और सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ, और आपके कोविड-19 में अपने सब पीपल को स्टाफ लोग आपके साथ में वैक्सीन किया है सर, ये जान के मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है कि आपने सब स्टाफ लोग के लिए आप कितना केयर करते हैं सर। इससे बहुत कम कंपनी होती है जो स्टाफ को केयर करते हैं, उसमें आप दमानी से आप हो सर। मैं आपका काजूर मार्ग का मैंने विजिट किया है, कितना अच्छा स्टोर है सर काजूर मार्ग का, उसके बारे में क्या कहना है सर? प्रॉपर बॉम्बे में सर ऑनलाइन है, हो सके ऑफलाइन भी सर हमें दीजिए सर। ऑनलाइन में क्या होता है सर, मुझे सर नहीं आता है, ऑफलाइन चालू करने का कृपा करिए सर। आपका ऑल ओवर इंडिया में आपका स्टोर है सर, बस आपसे कुछ क्या कहना है सर? हो सके तो सर मैं आपकी तबियत के लिए दुआ करता हूँ। और आपके रमेश दमानी साहब, यस सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, आई विल एंड माय स्पीच अराउंड सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, जय हिंद सर।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yusuf. We would like to proceed with our next speaker shareholder. We have Mr. Rajendra Sheth.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
हेलो, आवाज आ रहा है सर?
हाँ जी।
हाँ जी। सर, पहला तो मैं सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट, अपना इतना बड़ा नेटवर्क होने के बावजूद, शेयर होल्डर नेटवर्क इतना बड़ा होने के बावजूद पर टाइम पर हमेशा बैलेंस शीट और नोट शीट आती है सर, पूरी डिटेल के साथ। तो मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत आभार मानता हूँ। और लिंक भी अब मिला के नहीं, वो भी 2 दफे मेरे को फोन आया सर, तो मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का पूरा धन्यवाद। बाकी रही मैनेजमेंट की बात सर, डीमार्ट के मैनेजमेंट के तो इंडिया के अंदर रिटेल की पूरी व्याख्या ही चेंज कर दी है सर। क्या बोलूं सर, आज कितनी गृहिणियों का और जेंट्स टाइम बता दिया है, मालूम है कितनी गृहिणियों का टाइम बचा दिया है सर, कि एक ही जगह पे सब चीज सुंदर और सस्ती, सब चीज वाजबी भाव और सब चीज सुंदर सस्ती मिलती है सर। खरेखर डीमार्ट में तो कमाल ही कर दिया सर। अभी मैं सर पूरे कच्छ में गया था, हमारा नेटिव प्लेस कच्छ है सर, भुज में हमारा स्टोर है, डीमार्ट स्टोर सर। गांव से सुबह लेडीज उधर जाती है, 15 दिन 20 दिन बाद एक दफे सर, महीने में दो टाइम जाती है, पूरा सामान डीमार्ट से लेके आती है। बोला इतना शुद्ध और मतलब वाजबी भाव तो कभी किधर मिलता ही नहीं है। तो सर 40 किलोमीटर 50 किलोमीटर से भी जाती है सर। तो खरेखर डीमार्ट ने बहुत ही हमारी मतलब सुंदर सेवा की है। दूसरा सर, कि हमारा जो लोकेशन है सर, एक दुकान, एक शॉप हमारा सर इतना प्राइम लोकेशन में है सर। मैं तो मार्केटिंग का काम करता हूँ, मेरे को मालूम है जो हर एक इधर भी हमारा एकदम अच्छे लोकेशन में हमारी शॉप है सर। तो इसके लिए भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। खाली एक ही क्वेश्चन था दामानी साहब, कि अभी हम और सर 2nd टायर और 3 टायर सिटी में जावे तो अच्छा काम होएगा सर। और बाकी तो सर आप इतना बड़ा एम्पायर चलाते हैं, हमारे से ज्यादा आपको मालूम ही है सर। बस सर, मैं मैनेजमेंट का पूरा बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर, बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। बस ये इतना बोल के सर मैं एक सांस्कृतिक श्लोक बोल के मेरे स्पीच को विराम करूंगा सर। एक ही लिटी का श्लोक है, क्या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपे नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। और सबको अच्छी हेल्थ के लिए प्रार्थना करता हूँ सर। धन्यवाद। मैं इधर मेरी स्पीच का विराम करता हूँ सर।
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We would like to proceed with our next speaker shareholder, that is Mr. K. Sadananda Sastri, but unfortunately he couldn't be with us. Going ahead, we have Miss Prakashini Shenoy. She is also not found in the list of attendees. So going ahead, we have Mr. Satish Shah. Mr. Satish, we will request you to please turn on your camera for a better experience. And now you have been unmuted. Can we have your question, please? Mr. Satish, can we go ahead with your question, please? I believe he is not able to hear us, or there is some connectivity issue at his end. So going ahead with the next speaker shareholder, can we proceed with Mr. Anil Parekh?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello. I'm not able to join through video, so I will continue with audio, Chairman sir. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the board members, Mr. Ramesh Damani, and all the board members. And also, I would like to join with Mrs. Mascarenas in giving my condolences to our big bull, Mr. Yes, demise 2 days before, and he was a role model to all of us. And really, I'm thankful to you for allowing me to speak that. Sir, under the circumstances, excellent performance as always. And I have never seen a single family who is not going to Dmart for their daily needs. So it is because of our founder chairman's vision, and you all people have done excellent work that every family, at least one member is going every day in Dmart. Sir, my second request is kindly have a physical meeting next time when we have everything very well placed, because we miss the essence of physical meeting, sir. Now, sir, to continue with my questions, sir, on page number 5, we have presence all over India, but we have missed eastern parts, all the eastern part, where we don't have a single presence. So please give me your views on that, and when we are going to establish there our stores also. Sir, then on page number 9, excellent all the financial performance indicators. I don't want to spell out that, and it because of your dedicated efforts, and all the board members have done excellent work. Sir, on page number 24, about corporate CSR activities, we are helping Care Trust. That's very good. I have gone through the details. There is excellent work we are doing for cancer patients. Sir, continue helping them. And sir, on page number 29, I would like to extend my wholehearted support to Mrs. Asu Gupta, and your CS team is doing excellent work, and we all are happy. Sir, my only one question is that why we are missing dividend in spite of the fact we are doing excellent work, and
this is the time when you can reward the shareholder by declaring dividend. So please give me your justification on that. Sir, also our Avenue e-commerce, Nahar Set and Reflect Wholesale, kindly give me your views on that, what they are doing and what you are going forward with them. Sir, last question is, sir, on page 132, uh, we have done related party transactions with Avenue Food Plaza. It's a negligible. Nahar Set also negligible, and then Reflect Wholesale, 7 Apple Hotels, Bombay Swadeshi, Derive Trading, Damani Estate, Khaitan and Company, and Boutique Hotels. Sir, are all these having a related party at arm's length or what? And please give me your views how it will help us our top line and bottom line. Thank you for patient hearing. I am supporting all the resolutions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anil. Our next speaker shareholder is Ms. Lekha Shah. Unfortunately, Ms. Lekha couldn't join us with this meeting. So going ahead with the next speaker shareholder, we have Mr. Hasmukhlal Vora. Mr. Hasmukh, you have been unmuted. Can we have your video turned on for the question, please?
Yeah, thank you. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning to you all. First of all, see, my name is Hasmukh Vora from Mumbai. First of all, compliments to our MD and CEO, Sri Ignatius Norona. So he is the architect of our expansion activities and for continuing increased profitability. My thanks are also due to the secretarial team led by the company secretary Sri Ashok Gupta, and because they have sent me all the information which are required, which enables me to speak at this meeting. And second thing is the results are excellent. There is increased sales and increased profits. I would like to know if the management can share with us what you think is the estimated CAGR in sales and profits for the current year, FY 22-23, and for FY 23-24. Then third thing I would like to know is about the publicity. Nowadays, if we see the newspapers, we see a lot of newspapers by Reliance Jio. But our Dmart is now absent. There are not very many advertisements. So I would like to know what are the management views in this respect. I personally believe that if we do the publicity, it will increase our business. And next thing is consolidated PAT, profit and after tax, is less than standalone PAT. Consolidated profit is 1,492 crores and standalone is 1,616 crores. It means our subsidiaries or associate companies have contributed negatively in our profits. So I would like to know about the management views when these subsidiaries and associates will come into profit stage. Lastly, sir, thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much, Hasmukhji. Going ahead with the next speaker shareholder. On the list, we have Ms. Swaran Lata.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, Chairman Sir, Board of Directors, and the fellow shareholders attending the e-meeting. Congratulations to the management and all the staff for providing the excellent results during the COVID pandemic. Sir, I have full faith in the management and I have no doubt in the financial statements of annual report. Most of the points have been covered in Chairman's speech, but I would like to know that in this improved scenario in domestic market after the pandemic, how will you reward the shareholders in the financial year 23? Shall we expect a bonus issue or split of equity face value? Second, I want to know what steps has the board taken to monitor that shareholders' interests are being protected. And last, I would like to know that, sir, is there any discount scheme to be given to the shareholders on their purchase from Dmart store? Further, in this regard, I would request the management and especially to the CMD sir that please consider my request of a discount voucher to be issued to the shareholders or at least to the members who are attending the e-meeting as a token of love and affection. Thank you very much to the secretary for allowing me to put up my points in the meeting and hope the management will continue to hold the AGM through VC in the future, which enables the shareholders residing far away places like me to interact with the management. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Going ahead with the next speaker shareholder, we were supposed to have Ms. Rekha, but she couldn't join us. After that, we were supposed to have Mr. Suresh Chand Jain. He couldn't be with us either. So going ahead with the list of the registered speaker shareholders, we have Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi. So Ravi, we are ready for your question. Can we have your video turned on, please? Have been unmuted.
Again. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Pranam to chairman, to our company, my investment guru Rameshji, fantastic performer MD Mr. Nerona, honorable board of directors, employees of company, fellow shareholder, and at last Sri Radhakishan Damani, promoter of company. Sir, it is good. You have added 12 location of Dmart ready. Congratulations for same. Whatever store we are planning, we are not asking but want to know at existing store, do you have any plan to expand space? If yes, how much percentage we may do? Secondly, Avenue e-commerce result is on 31st March 22. Our loss for financial year 22 is 142 crore. So when we get break even likely? Sir, how many employees as on 31st March 22 and how much grew in financial year 22 and what are plans for financial year 23? Sir, you said in larger town top line is higher in spite of higher property prices. So how many larger town still left in India to open our stores? Sir, these 12 cities we are doing Dmart ready. We have any plan to open any brick or mortar store or we will skip that? Sir, revenue from sales per square feet is 27,454 in financial year 22 versus 35,647 in financial year 19. As we are grew 176 to 284, this 35,647 is dream only or we may achieve this. And last, can we opt billing system in store in such a way those want Tatkal scheme without waiting and Dmart charge extra service, can we implement that? That is my question, sir. And thank you very much. All the best, everything for that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Next, we were supposed to have Ms. Vasudha Vikas Dakwe on the list, but she couldn't join us. So going ahead, the next registered speaker shareholder with the question, we have Mr. Bharat Mulchand Shah. Bharat ji, can we have your video turned on for the question, please?
हेलो हेलो सर, आवाज आ रही है ना?
आ रही है।
माननीय चेयरमैन श्री और अन्य मान्यवर डायरेक्टर, सर मेरा नाम भरत शाह। सर मेरी कोई क्वेरी नहीं है सर, क्योंकि आपने सर एकदम व्यवस्थित हमको इश्यू में आपने 300 में शेयर दिया सर, और आज छप्पर फाड़ के उसका भाव हो गया है सर। तो और इतनी अच्छी तरह से आपने कंपनी को चलाई है सर, और चला रहे हो, तो ये शेयर का भाव तो मेरे ख्याल से और आगे जाके और 5-6 साल में तो डबल ट्रिपल हो जाएगा सर। ये मेरे को पूरा भरोसा है सर। आप एकदम व्यवस्थित न्यूट्रली कंपनी चला रहे हो और शेयर होल्डर
का हमेशा आपने ध्यान रखा है, शेयर होल्डर को रिस्पेक्ट दिया है और शेयर होल्डर को इसको ध्यान रख के अपने कंपनी को एकदम अव्वल नंबर पर आगे बढ़ाई है। तो मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। पूरे बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, कंपनी के सभी छोटे बड़े एम्प्लॉयज का भी मैं बहुत बहुत सर आभार मानता हूँ सर। और सर मेरी कोई क्वेरी तो नहीं है, लेकिन सर एक है कि आप डिविडेंड इस पर जरूर 1-2 साल में आ जाइए सर, थोड़ा डिविडेंड तो दीजिए। डिविडेंड नहीं है तो भी सर शेयर का भाव तो बहुत अच्छा है, वही हमारा डिविडेंड है सर। तो भी डिविडेंड लिस्ट पर आप आइए सर, और आगे जाके बोनस के लिए भी सोचना सर, थोड़ा बोनस भी करना आगे 2-3 साल के बाद या 4 साल के बाद सर। बाकी सर मैं सारे अवार्ड्स के लिए आपको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और कंपनी बहुत आगे बढ़े, भगवान ईश्वर को प्रार्थना है। और सारी CSR एक्टिविटी एक मानवता का कार्य है, उसके लिए भी मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। और सर नेक्स्ट ईयर हो सके तो फेस टू फेस जरूर सर मिलना, तो आपको मिलके 3-4 साल हो गए सर, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर जरूर फेस टू फेस मिलने की मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है आपको। और सर सारे त्योहारों की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और सारे रिजोल्यूशन में मेरा पूरा सपोर्ट है सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच। जय हिंद सर, जय श्री कृष्ण सर। चालू रखना, स्मिता साहब बोल रही है।
हेलो सर, स्मिता शाह बात कर रही हूँ। माननीय चेयरमैन सर, श्री रमेश जी, श्री राधाकिशन जी, श्री गोपी किशन जी, MD CEO श्री इग्नाटियर जी और अन्य मान्य डायरेक्टर सर, मैं स्मिता शाह बात कर रही हूँ। गुड मॉर्निंग सर, नमस्कार। सर पहले तो मैं आपकी CS टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कहूंगी कि CS आयसु गुप्ता जी और उनकी पूरी सेक्रेटरी टीम को गुड इन्वेस्टर सर्विस के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, अभिनंदन। सर CS टीम से अभिषेक का भी फोन आया था, आप लिंक मिला कि नहीं, आप समय पर चालू कर दीजिए। बहुत अच्छी गुड सर्विस है और बैलेंस शीट भी हमें समय पर भेजी, तो मैं पूरी सेक्रेटरी टीम की आभार मानती हूँ। और सर आपके लिए तो मैं क्या कहूँ, आपके तो आज आपने छक्के पे छक्का लगाकर कंपनी में 4 चांद लगा दिए हैं और हम शेयर होल्डरों को और आप सभी को माला माल बन गए और आज कंपनी एक्सेलेंट परफॉर्मेंस के साथ आगे बढ़ रही है और शेयर प्राइस भी इशू के बाद आज कहां से कहां तक पहुंच गई है। बहुत अच्छी बात है। आपकी सराहना करते हुए, आपकी मेहनत और हिम्मत को दाद देते हुए आपको हार्टली मैं अभिनंदन करती हूँ और आपकी लीडरशिप में आपकी पूरी मेहनत और सच्ची लगन कंपनी के प्रति जो नजर आ रही है। और सर आपके साथ हम भी रहे हैं और आज भी है और फ्यूचर में भी हम आप के पर पूरा भरोसा रखते हुए हम आपके साथ रहेंगे कि आप कभी पीछे रहने वाले नहीं हो। बहुत ही मेहनती और हार्ड वर्क हो। सो फ्यूचर की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं कि आपकी हेल्थ वेल्थ बढ़िया बनी रहे और कंपनी चौगुनी तरक्की के साथ चौगुनी सफलता प्राप्त करे, यही ईश्वर से प्रार्थना है। सर आपके यहाँ जो अभी आबाद दूध, सर अभी आपका डीमार्ट में अभी एक तीसरा दूध चालू हुआ है, आबाद सर, तो वो बहुत अच्छा हमने यूज किया, तो अच्छा है। ऑलरेडी आपके यहाँ पर प्रभात और ये जो है अपना गोवर्धन वो तो मिल ही रहा है, तो अच्छी बात है। और उसका दही भी मिल रहा है, कर्ड भी मिल रहा है, लेकिन सर ये आबाद का भी एक दही शुरू करें तो अच्छा रहेगा, तो वो भी सभी को उसका भी फायदा रहेगा कस्टमर को। और उसके साथ सर मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है, मैंने आगे भी पहले कहा था कि आप आधा किलो का भी पैकिंग रखते रहे, क्योंकि बहुत सारे कस्टमर ऐसे भी रहते हैं जिनको आधा किलो की जरूरत रहती है, ताकि उन्हें भी आधा किलो का दूध और दही का लाभ उनको भी मिल सके। तो जरूर ये हमारी रिक्वेस्ट ध्यान में रखकर आधा किलो का भी पैकिंग रखने की कृपा करें सर। और दूसरी बात सर, 3 साल के बाद आपकी सिल्वर जुबली भी आ रही है, तो अभी से शेयर होल्डर के क्या आप करना चाहते हो, क्या प्लान है, तो जरूर आप कृपा करके सोचिए बोनस के लिए और गेट टुगेदर भी जरूर शेयर होल्डर के साथ करें। और सर डिविडेंड भी आप शुरू करें, क्योंकि रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन आपका सेल्स इनकम बहुत ही बढ़िया चौगुना बढ़ गया है सर, तो डिविडेंड के लिए जरूर सोचें, क्योंकि आप प्रमोटर और हम सबका भी फायदा रहेगा डिविडेंड के लिए। और
I believe her connection was cut off. We would request, if at all she has any questions, she can definitely put them down in the email. Going ahead with the next speaker shareholder, we have Ms. Hutokshi Sam Patel.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Respected Chairman, Mr. Ramesh Damani, Mr. Narona, the MD. I'm a little unwell, so my voice is a little hoarse. Kindly forgive me. Mr. Narona, MD, CEO, Mr. Machunath, the Director, Ramakant Baheti. Just hold on. Please hold on. Yes, sir. Respected Chairman and Eminent Board of Directors, our Mr. Baheti, the CFO of the company, Group CFO, Mr. Niladri, the CFO of the company, Ashok Gupta, Company Secretary. I'm very much thankful to both of them, Niladri Deb and Ashok Gupta, for giving me a very good annual report. Mr. Deb, sir, very good financial figures you have given. All the points are very self-explanatory and very good report. Ashok Gupta ji, thank you very much for your annual report. Whole secretariat team has worked very hard to compile a good report. Ankit Agarwal has been very, very helpful. Ankit is very competent, very capable and efficient person. Whenever I trouble him with all the different questions in the annual report, he never gets angry. He is very humble, very polite, but very competent and capable. I also thank Anita Shetty also for this. The company this time, though revenue, PAT, net profit margin, operating margin have all gone up. Return on net worth is also up. Paid up capital has increased. Turnover has increased. EPS has increased. But income has come down. Cash and bank balance are both down. Bank balance is also down. Cash in hand is also down. I do not know what is the reason for that. If anybody from the finance is able to answer this, please, I request. Inventory level has gone high up. Depreciation expense has also gone high up. And other expenses, these things could have been controlled. Investment level has increased, so all the profits that you have earned has gone into the investments. So why is it so? We are also the shareholders. We also spend our hard-earned money in investing with Dmart, and we are not getting any dividend. It's okay, we don't mind. But in the hard crucial times, it is the dividend on which many of our senior citizens depend. We have, of course, shares of other companies also, but each company is giving us a dividend. While you have not provided any dividend to us, the company doesn't do anything for the shareholders. I feel it in that way. See, first of all, you all don't have any factories, so there is no factory visit that other companies give us. They take us for different places every year. Of course, in 2-3 years, this because of COVID, it was not there. Otherwise, every year, even pharmaceutical companies also take us. Other companies take us. Pharmaceutical also has taken us to the factory visit. Then we have get together. Then they celebrate the Diwali by sending us sweet box. The Christmas time or the New Year, 1st January. Nothing is done. So no activity at all. Nothing good is done for the shareholders. Damani Sahib, wo कंजूस है सारी नहीं. I know you have daughters, but we also have children at home. We also have to look up to our children. If इतना कंजूस है अच्छा नहीं. Share with your shareholders also. You do not give dividend to us. You do not do any other good things to us. You don't even give us coupons. At least some concession coupon. We are getting coupons from future people. We are getting coupons from Reliance, from innumerable companies. We are getting coupons. No, it is not by law. No, it is. Law is applicable to everybody. Yet we are given. Yet we are taken care of. Good care is taken for the shareholders by other companies. Why, Damani, why Dmart is not taking good care of the shareholders? You don't know, your share price has gone very up. That is one thing good for us. But at the same time, we cannot increase our portfolio. If we are having 20, 40, 50 shares, we cannot make it into 100 because the price has gone up 4,000. Today, the share price of the company is 4,436. This is the 22nd AGM and the share price today is this, and you have not given any dividend to us. I strongly support all your resolutions, especially resolution number 2 and all other resolutions. So your CSR activity has been very good. Impact assessment report given by the other company has been very good. So good CSR activities is done. Out of 32.23 amount, your company has already spent 31.29. Last year's amount is carried forward 0.94. This year again the balance is becoming equal, and so however the activities of the CSR has been very good by the company. When you can be so good with the CR with the people outside from which you have no returns. I do not know why government is forcing the companies to have 2% of their profit to the CSR activities. People keep on producing and producing 3, 4 children. There is no investment done by anybody from that section into your company. However, I find that Retailer Association of India has invested 10,000 shares in our company. If you can throw some light on it, what is it? Since when they are holding 10,000 shares in our company? Have we allotted them or they have purchased the shares? If you can throw some light on it when you answer our questions. Year by year, you also provide 8% salary increase to your employees. That is very good note to think, because in the COVID times, they are working hard really they are working hard in your shop to increase your sale, to increase the sales, purchase, everything. Good facility was provided by Dmart in the crucial times of COVID. I really congratulate you, all your employees, for their hard work. But sir, even consider us also. We also look up to you. Dividend is not there, but in other means you can do good to us. In that time, you should not say, no, it is not by law. Law is applicable to all the companies, and yet they are doing good to the shareholders. They are doing immense good to the shareholders. Can I know at least 2-3 things of yours, what good you have done for the shareholders alone? What Dmart company secretary Ashok Gupta ji, you are a link between the shareholders and the company and the management directors. Why don't you convey our message to them? Tell Damani sir that it is not good to be so stingy. Give out even to the shareholders. We are investing back in the company. We are investing our hard-earned money back in the company. No, others are investing. Are they getting anything in return? Give them in return, now. When you have come in the business, you also want profit in return, isn't it, Damani sir? So also we are investing our money. We also want in return. That's all I have to say. I thank very much. Even the OAVC system has given opportunity to all the people from whole of India to participate in this AGM. Also, I would like to give one more important point. AGM is meant for the shareholders, not for anybody else. Board meeting is meant for the directors, but AGM is meant only for shareholders. Importance is to be given to shareholders at the time of AGM. That's all. Thank you very much, Narona ji. Please, and Mr. Baheti sir, you are a group CFO. See that you advise Mr. Damani for making good for the shareholders. Thank you very much, Mr. Damani sir, all the directors on the board, all the employees who have worked very hard. I thank you very much, and good luck to the company.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'd like to proceed with our next speaker shareholder on the list. We have Ms. Khushali Sanjay Agrawal. Khushali ji, you have been unmuted, and can we have your video turned on for the question, please?
Yes, sir. So, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, management of Avenue Supermarts Limited, for giving me this opportunity. I am Kushali Agrawal, and my question is कि Avenue E-commerce Limited जो कि हमारी सब्सिडरी कंपनी है, इसमें हमने 492 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट किए हैं. ईयर एंडिंग 31 मार्च 2022 में हमें 1 करोड़ का लॉस हुआ है और कंपनी को इनकॉर्पोरेट हुए 6 साल हो गए. तो मैनेजमेंट के हिसाब से कंपनी कौन से ईयर तक ब्रेक इवन पोजीशन में आ जाएगा? एंड सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज जो 10-20 मिनट्स डिलीवरी का ट्रेंड शुरू हुआ है, उसमें कंपनी का एंटर होने का क्या विचार है, और अगर एंटर होती है तो कंपनी खुद का बिजनेस लाएगी या फिर कोई एग्जिस्टिंग प्लेयर को एक्वायर करना चाहेगी? थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kushali. Proceeding with our next speaker shareholder, we have Mr. Ashok Kumar Jain. Ashok ji, can we have your video turned on for a better interactive experience during the question, please?
Hello, I'm audible, sir. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
आवाज आ रही सर?
हाँ जी.
Good morning, Chairman sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholder. I am Ashok Kumar. Join the meeting from far away distance Delhi. First of all, I am thanks to the Secretary Department who helped me to join the meeting on e-portal. Thank you, sir. And चेयरमैन साहब ने अपनी मीटिंग AGM के दौरान जो अपनी स्पीच में कुछ बातें कही और कुछ पूर्व प्रवक्ता बोल के गए हैं, उन्हीं के विषय पर मैं कहना चाहूंगा. सर, डिविजन तो नहीं दे रहे, कम से कम बोनस के रिगार्डिंग कुछ बात सोचें शेयर होल्डर के लिए, या कुछ शेयर होल्डर जो मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहे हैं उनको कूपन सपोर्ट करें. और बोर्ड से मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगले टाइम में वो नॉर्थ साइड में कितने स्टोर खोलने का प्रोविजन रखा है, जिससे कि हम लोग दिल्ली वालों को स्टोर से लाभ लेने का जो अच्छे रेट्स सामान उपलब्ध होता है, उसको हम भी ले सके, कंपनी का लाभ ले सके. थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू.
Thank you.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू.
Proceeding ahead with our next speaker shareholder, we have Mr. Ashish Bansal. Ashish ji, can we have your video turned on for the question, please?
Respected Chairman and Board of Directors, you can hear my voice, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. This is a wonderful UF performance. In YouTube, it's shown how Damani sir has come up with CEO Mart and Big Basket is shown. Wonderful UF shown in the YouTube in performance. Judge, I want to know page number 25. Meter maid is provided by government and is contemplated. How you involved in this in the kitchen? Please highlight something about that. Just 5 years has completed IPO. Please bring the split the share 10 to 5, 5 to 1, or give them split, and by pay you cannot go because you have 75%. Like this you can bring. Something have to done with the shareholder. This speaker also said dividend is not giving. This is okay, but something have to given to the shareholder. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Going ahead with the next speaker shareholder, we have Ms. Sandhya Kejriwal. Sandhya ji, can we have your question, please?
हेलो. हेलो.
Yes.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर जी. मैं आपकी कंपनी सर जी, आपकी कंपनी का वर्किंग
और काफी अच्छा है, लेकिन सर जी कोई डिविडेंड नहीं मिल रहा है, इस पर विचार कीजिएगा। आपका स्टोर काफी अच्छा चलता है। हैदराबाद के स्टोर में मेरा बेटा गया था, वहाँ काफी भीड़ थी और प्राइस भी बहुत रिजनेबल था। आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप कलकत्ता में भी स्टोर खोलिए। यहाँ पर बिग बाजार बंद हो गया है, जिससे स्पेस खाली है। इस पर आप विचार कीजिएगा। मुझे बोलने का मौका देने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandhya ji. Our next speaker shareholder is Mr. Arjun R. Wadher. Mr. Arjun, can we have your video turned on for the question, please? You have been unmuted.
हेलो सर।
हेलो।
हाँ, आवाज आ रही है सर मेरी?
हाँ जी।
थैंक यू सर, मुझे इधर बोलने का मौका देने के लिए। सर, गुजरात के राजकोट जैसे बड़े शहरों में सर डीमार्ट रेडी होम डिलीवरी कब स्टार्ट करेगा सर? और दूसरा क्वेश्चन है सर, देखा जाए तो भारत का सबसे बड़ा स्टेट यूपी है, तो यूपी के बड़े शहर 2011 के मुताबिक लखनऊ और कानपुर की आबादी 30 लाख थी। तो सर, लखनऊ और कानपुर जैसे यूपी के बड़े शहरों में क्या डीमार्ट मॉल ओपन कर रहा है या करने का कोई प्लानिंग है सर? सर, थैंक यू बोलने का मौका देने के लिए। और सर, आर.के. दामानी जी और रमेश सर, आपका मैं बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ सर। शुक्रिया सर।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much. Our next speaker shareholder is Mr. Rajamohan. Sir, can we have your question with the video turned on, please?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I am unable to turn my video on. Anyway, thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on managing the extraordinary situation prevalent in the last 2 years. First, before my queries, I want to commence with a deep appreciation of the super CEO, as the chairman himself stated, on your simple yet clean, value-based, erudite responses, especially in this year's investor call. I keep learning a lot about how to keep things simple, especially in this dynamic digital world, without any fanfare from your level. And I think I need to thank Radhakishan Damani sir too for laying this basic culture which spreads to all who connect with your super professional organization. Coming to my queries, would like to get your views on Avenue e-commerce, basically from an expansion collaboration angle. Would it remain an organic endeavor, or is there a window open to evolving any partnerships, either with global technology giants or Indian food tech aggregators, only on the Avenue e-commerce side from a longer term? This is especially when the online quick delivery model is growing at such a feverish pace. And as a veteran, Neville wanted your views on the operating of these fledgling companies in the quick commerce space, whether they'll be able to sustain with this model into the future on financial parameters. Second was generally on a trending basis, are you gaining more confidence of opening more stores every successive year than previously for the foreseeable future? Do you see sort of saturation on this front not happening in the probably next 10 years or much longer, say 20 years? And in this context, wanted to bring in a figure you had given 2 years back of the store potential in India, which in this investor call you had extended it. You had said 1,500 store potential is there for Dmart probably in a country like India over the long term. I wanted to understand what this long term is. Is it over 15 years or is it over 10 years? And also, does this potential number have possibilities of steady improvement, like the 1,500 current potential that you see? can that also increase with higher per capita modernization, infrastructure development of the country? Then the next question was basket values are going up structurally, especially post-COVID. And with more larger stores, is the potential to improve margins at the operating level remain structural? With your estimate of gross margins not exceeding 15%, which you again indicated in the investor call, what is the scope for the operating margins to increase from the current 8% odd levels? And in this context, wanted to understand sales per square feet. This is a query which I wasn't able to give along with my query list. Wanted to understand the structural trend in sales per square feet. Then on ROIC, which you consider to be the most important parameter, looking at very old cohorts, you had indicated to inflation level increase in sales being satisfactory for you, as they come with much higher turnover per square feet. Does it mean that productivity increases and cost leverage are possible in such stores which grow at inflation level top line and driving further operating leverage and higher ROICs? And generally, what is the firm's Dmart's band of satisfactory ROIC? Then my second last question was based on your track record. Have connected to the previous question only, based on your track record, have most of the very old cohorts been always able to grow at higher than the inflation level? Then the last question is, you indicated to new stores nowadays attaining to larger scale much quicker. On the positive side, does this lead to quicker cluster formation and thereby keeping the pedal on the operating leverage meter accelerating? Thank you for the opportunity and best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Proceeding with the next speaker shareholder on the list, we have Mr. Ramesh Shankar. Ramesh, can we have your video turned on for the question, please? You have
1 minute, boss.
Sir,
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
1 minute, भैया. Profit में है.
Sir, it is okay if you cannot turn on your video. We can have you.
1 minute, please.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, go
Hello.
ahead.
Ramesh, sir,
Hello.
please go ahead with your question. We can hear you.
1 minute, भैया.
Your question without the video would be fine as well.
हाँ भैया 1 minute. बाजू आ रहा. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello. Hello. Hello,
Yeah, please
moderator.
go ahead.
Hello, moderator.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Can we have your question, please?
Okay. I'm seeing you.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, we can see you. We can hear you. Can we have the question, please?
Okay. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, moderator. Thank you very much. Sir, मेरे को सर दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. रमेश दमानी सर.
मैं
मॉडरेटर बोल के दिखाई दे रहा इधर.
Anyway, your question, please, sir.
Hello, sir. Ramesh Damani ji. I am Ramesh Golla, speaking from Hyderabad, sir.
Yeah.
Very good morning to you, sir.
Thank you.
सर आपको देख के बहुत खुशी हुआ सर मेरे को। हम दमनी साहब को बहुत सालों के बाद ऐसे ये प्लेटफॉर्म में मैंने देखा। ऐसे आपको सीधा स्ट्राइट अवे देखना चाहते सर। आप कृपा कैसा करता मेरे को मालूम नहीं। दैट टू सर जो हमारा डी मार्ट कंपनी में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है सर, और मैं जो लिए सो ये टाइम में बहुत इंटरेस्ट के साथ लिया सर। बहुत लोगों ने ये बात बोला सर, ये क्या है कि बहुत कंपनीज आया है, बिग बाजार आया, स्पेंसर आया, मोर आया, ये कैसा रहता कि ऐसा बोला। मैं एक ही बोला मेरे साथी लोगों को, मेरे पहचान लोगों को, जो डी मार्ट का देखते हुए डिफरेंट है, वो आपको देखते देखते सालों के बाद आपको पता लगता सर। सालों के बाद पता लगने के बाद ये हजारों में चले गए सर। 300-400 से हजारों में चले गए।
4000
मुश्किल है। मैं वही टाइम अच्छा सा बोल के बोलने से ये भी लोगों में नहीं सुना सर, छोड़ दे के मैं सीधा ही ले लिया सर। सर बहुत प्राउड का बात है सर, ये बहुत प्राउड फील हो रहा है सर। मैं इसमें आपके अंडर जो कंपनी बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है सर। जो और एक बात बोल रहे हैं सर, जो सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट इज वेरी 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 गुड सर। बट अंशु जी बहुत शेयर होल्डर्स का ख्याल बहुत अच्छा देखता सर। ही इज वेरी गुड सर। आई एम अप्रिशिएटिंग पर्टिकुलरली सर। वैसे अंकित जी भी वो आपको लिंक मिला, वो भी अच्छा तौर से पूछ लिया सर। सर कंपनीज बहुत है सर, मगर ऐसा शेयर होल्डर को रेस्पेक्ट देके पूछने वाला बहुत कम लोग रहता सर। सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट इज मशहूर सर, इज दी ग्रेट सर। यदा राजा तदा प्रजा बोल के एक तेलुगु में बोलता सर। जो ऊपर वाला मैनेजमेंट कैसा रहते तो नीचे वाला जो मिडिल मैनेजमेंट वैसे रहता सर, आप जैसा सर। वैसे एक्चुअली सर सर मेरे को हमारा जो प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट एंड जो हम स्टोर करता ना सर, तो कैसा रहता बोल के देखना चाहते सर। आप कृपा करके मेरे को विजिट के लिए दे दीजिए, आप लिख लीजिए सर। मेरे को बहुत इंटरेस्ट है सर। वैसे आपको भी मिल जाते, ये हमारे को भी तकदीर का बात होता है सर। सर और दूसरा जो सर, ये आने वाला साल में रेवेन्यू कैसा रहेगा, जो स्टोर्स कितना बढ़ने का उम्मीद है, जो परसेंटेज बोलो या नंबर्स बोलो कोई परवाह नहीं सर। वैसे जो मार्च 31 के अंदर एम्प्लॉइज टोटल सर इन स्टोर्स और आवर ऑफिसेस में जो काम करने वाला एम्प्लॉइज कौन सा भी रहने दो, कोई भी रहने दो सर, कितना आदमी है अब तक, कितना आदमी बढ़ा। और साउथ में जो चेन्नई में हमारा स्टोर्स ओपन करा नहीं करा मेरे को तो मालूम नहीं। मैं बैंगलोर में जाते वक्त उधर मैं वो स्टोर्स में खरीदता सर। एंड हैदराबाद में फर्स्ट इम्पोर्टेंस आई एम गिविंग टू ओनली डी मार्ट सर। नेक्स्ट अनदर हमारे पास नहीं मिले तो बाहर, हमारे पास वो नहीं ये नहीं बोलने का बहुत कम चांस है, इज 5 to 10%। प्लीज आप स्टोर को ऐसा मैनेज करता, बहुत अच्छा, खूब सजावट से रहता सर. सर that too, सर we want to कूपन सर, आप फ्री कूपन दे दो या डिस्काउंट कूपन दे दो, वो दिए तो बहुत अच्छा रहता. वाई? बिकॉज सर आर यू नॉट गिविंग डिविडेंड? ये तो थोड़ा आदमी को खुशी रहता सर, लेने के बाद, आपको भिजाने के बाद, हमारे को मिलने के बाद. सर दैट टू आई स्ट्रांगली आस्किंग सर बोनस शेयर्स प्लीज सर. सर हम इतना कमा रहा, वो इतना दे रहा सर लोगों को. ये हम भी आपके साथ ही रहने वाला है ना सर. हमको देखिए, हमारे को भी बोनस शेयर्स दे दीजिए सब. सर ज्यादा कंपनीज राइट्स इश्यू कर रहा सर. वो कैसा? एक्ट फॉर राइट्स इश्यू कर रहा. रिसेंटली माई पीटीसी इंडस्ट्रीज बोल के वो शेयर आके 4,200 था सर. वो उन्होंने 10 रुपए में राइट्स का दिया सर. मैं ऑलरेडी अप्लाई करा सर. सर ऐसा देना सर, लोग जो शेयर होल्डर्स को, ये तो बहुत खुश रहता सर. आप जो आपका लोगों को पैसा खुश रखते, हमारे को भी ऐसी खुशी चाहता सर. हम भी थोड़ा खुश रखिए सर हमारे को भी. सर प्लीज आई वांट टू विजिट अवर मुंबई का सर, प्लीज सर. सर आपको 3 दिन के पहले हम ये बहुत अच्छा सा 74 इयर्स का अगस्त 15 बहुत अच्छा मनाया सर. वो टाइम में आप मीटिंग रखे तो उसका बिफोर मीटिंग रखे तो मैं एडवांस या उसी दिन का विशेष बोलते थे. तो हो गया ना सर, इसीलिए आपको एडवांस नहीं है सर. बिलाइटेड हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे टू यू सर, our lovely sir Ramesh Damani sir, and to your near and dear all directors sir, please tell me to also sir, please sir, have a good day to you sir.
Thank you so much sir.
Thank you and happy Independence Day to you too.
Thank you. Going ahead with the list of the speaker shareholders who we invited before but couldn't join for some reason. Going back on the list, we have Ma'am Prakashini Shenoy.
Hello.
Ma'am, can we have a video turned on for the question? We can hear you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm Prakashini Shenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries of the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the annual report well in time. It is self-explanatory. I thank the company secretary and his team for the same. Sir, since I am the last speaker, many questions I wanted to ask. Everything is covered, so I have nothing to ask. And I appreciate the speech of chairman. Thank you, sir. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have one more speaker shareholder left. We proceed with Ms. Lekha Shah.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. Sir, ज़्यादा कुछ मुझे बोलना नहीं, प्रीवियस स्पीकर लोग सब कुछ बोल दिया. पूरा दुनिया में सर डिमांड का इतना अच्छा नाम आपने रोशन किया सर. लोग पूरा आपके लिए एकदम खुश है सर, और लोग का सभी का आशीर्वाद है सर, इंक्लूडिंग मी ऑल्सो. सर, आई विश ऑल द सक्सेस एंड सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Here we come to the end of the list of the speaker shareholders who registered for the questions. Over to the board for the answers, please.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. We've received all the comments and suggestions from the registered speakers. May I now request our MD, Mr. Neville Narona, to respond to the questions raised by the speaker shareholders and those received by email thereafter.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I'll take them one by one. On the first question on the dividend, the company is still in its growth phase, and we have been listed for 5 years now, and our priority is to utilize our funds for future growth, and we believe the board believes that this is the best way of deployment of our capital. The market, the country has huge opportunity, and it is best to deploy, and we are growing very well. Like last year, we had the highest number of store openings. So it is best to deploy all our accumulated profits into future growth. But at the same time, the board reviews things like dividend or stock split from time to time, and depending on what the board advises, we will notify all the shareholders from time to time. On the question of how many owned versus leased, we have 39 leased properties out of 294. That's 13% of our stores. So 13% of our stores are leased. And then somebody asked about the time it takes to break even. It's not so simple. And not all stores break even at the same time. So depending on the area, region, the amount of money we've invested, break evens could take anything from 1 year to maybe even 3 years, 5 years. But it's very dynamic. Yeah. But in general, overall, we are doing fine. So somebody asked about online sales. Approximately, as per last financial year, online sales was 5% of the overall company's turnover. And somebody asked about opening stores outside of India. We have not considered that yet. We are totally focused on India, and India as an opportunity is a humongous opportunity. Retail has direct correlation with the population of the country. We are a 140 crore population country, and there's immense opportunity in this country. So we want to focus our attention on this country now, on India. Why not in east of India? We believe in the cluster strategy. We like to open more and more stores in the states that we are operating in. But that doesn't mean that we will not go to other parts of the country, but we will evaluate from time to time. In fact, somebody asked also about UP. We are already in Ghaziabad and Noida, and we are looking for locations in UP also. Then somebody asked about what is our estimated turnover, PAT, all of that for this year and the year after that. We maintain a position that we do not give guidance for the future, and we will just declare a quarter results, but we usually do not give any guidance. On question on related party, all related party transactions are at arm's length. Just want to clarify that all related party transactions are at arm's length. Somebody also asked about break-even for the e-commerce business, and when will that happen? We cannot comment on that. The only assurance we give to all our shareholders is that our e-commerce business approach would be very measured. We will ensure that we do not lose too much of money in the e-commerce business. I have commented about this multiple times. And we are working on a model that will ensure that we have a minimal drain. But on when will it break even, we have no view of it right now. We have, as of end of last financial year, we have 11,312 employees. Somebody had a question on that, so just commenting on that. And we are in 117 towns. Somebody had a question on how many towns is Dmart in? 117 towns. Then somebody asked about our views on quick commerce and what do you want to do there. We are a value retailer. Quick commerce focuses more on convenience. We believe that we understand value retailing better. So even on the e-commerce platform, we will focus on the value side of the business and not necessarily the quick side. So that is our position on quick commerce, that we will not be interested in doing the quick 10-minute, 20-minute delivery commerce. Then somebody asked a question on the midday meal program and how are we working on that. So Akshay Patra is an NGO which partners with the government of India. They set up kitchens and supply midday meals to all municipal or government schools in that vicinity. And this NGO Akshay Patra then ties up with corporates like us to build the capex and provide part of the subsidy for the meals. So in that context, we have built one central kitchen in Bhiwandi, which has been totally sponsored by Dmart. And that is what we are doing with Akshay Patra on the midday meal scheme. Then then somebody had a question on the store potential for the country. I have mentioned about this, that we have around, we could go up to 1,500 stores as an opportunity, 13 to 1,500. That's an opportunity right now. Obviously, if the country's GDP grows and per capita incomes grow, all of that, this opportunity will keep on increasing over a period of time. So this is an opportunity, near opportunity right now. So that is what I meant by that 1,300 or 1,500 number of store potential for Dmart. On basket values going up structurally, and hence the opportunity on how much of operating margin we should target for. I have commented on this multiple times. I'm saying this again. We are focusing on not earning more than 15% gross margin. Now, what happens below that is a function of market forces. We do not guarantee what operating margins we'll be able to give on, or basis operating leverage, how much more operating margin we will earn. It's purely dependent on market forces. Then the question was on inflation and inflation-led growth in high throughput stores, very old stores. Usually, in most situations, our stores which are very matured and are delivering very high turnover per square feet grow at the rate of inflation, unless there is another Dmart store that has opened in the vicinity. Then it doesn't, obviously there will be a decline, but otherwise these stores usually grow at the rate of inflation. And you do get a very marginal operating leverage over a long period of time if this continues, because the costs do not grow at the same rate. So yes, there is a very creeping, not very large, but a very creeping operating leverage that sets in. And then there was a specific question on why deposits, the cash and bank balance has reduced. The decrease is due to short-term deposit redeemed of rupees 1,050 crore during the year for operational requirements. So this is a natural course of business. Yeah, so just wanted to clarify that. And even inventory going up or depreciation increasing, this is all natural course of business, because we opened 50 stores. So we had a 50 store addition in last financial year, and that's why each of these stores needs inventory. So from a financial year period, you will see a higher inventory, but it's natural course of business. Then there's a question on ARIA has invested in ASL. I would like to correct that. ARIA has not invested in ASL. ASL has, that is Dmart, has become a statutory shareholder in an association, a Section 8 company called Retailers Association of India. And I think Ms. Patel is referring to that. So it is, we have subscribed to some shares to this Section 8 company and become a statutory board member to this association. I will now move on to the questions that were asked by email. Yeah, so there was this one question on why e-commerce prices and brick and mortar prices are different. They are not intentionally kept different. In fact, our prices are a factor of at what price we buy, and prices do change from time to time. So whether it's e-commerce or even amongst all stores, there could be situations when the prices will be slightly different, very marginally different. So I just wanted to clarify that India, the way the relationships between retailers and manufacturers are, that we keep doing some promo or the other once in a while, which is over and above the prices at which we negotiate for a long term. So there will be a slight marginal impact on pricing, but that's purely based on what price we buy from manufacturers. Yeah, so there is no such thing of distinction of pricing between online and brick and mortar. endeavor is to ensure the pricing is the same. So then there was a question on, will we focus on tier 1 versus tier 2 versus tier 3? We do not have any preference. The beautiful thing about the Dmart model is that it is relevant in a metro, it is relevant in a tier 1, it is relevant in tier 2, tier 3. Yeah. So wherever we see opportunity, our business development teams, our real estate teams are scouting for properties across the states. Wherever we see an opportunity, we will open stores. Yeah. So there is no specific preference for any type of tier or population strata. Then there was a question on what are the components of miscellaneous expenses. These are primarily around the payment gateway charges, advertising expenditure, and other activities for employee engagement and all of that. So these are the broad heads of expenditure that come under the miscellaneous expenses. Then there was this one question on number of employees to calculate the median salary. There the number is different from what we report at end of the year. That's because to calculate median salary, the number of the employees defined as per the rule is employees for the full financial year. Yeah. So the number of employees in the full financial year are different from the number of employees at the end of the year. That's why the difference. Then there was a question on, I'll just read the question because it's a bit complicated. We refer to the note number 31 on page 186 of the annual report for financial year 2022, depreciation and amortization expense. We observed that the company has capitalized expenses of rupees 3.84 crore in the financial year 21-22. Request you to help in understanding the nature of this capitalized expense. The response to that is amortization of leasehold land pertaining to sites not opened as on 31st March is capitalized and excluded from depreciation of rupees 3.84 crore in financial year 21-22. I think I'm done, sir. Ramesh sir, I'm done.
Sure. Thank you, Neville, for your comprehensive answers. I now wish to draw the attention of all members participating in the AGM to the e-voting platform provided by NSDL, which will remain open for 15 minutes after the conclusion of the AGM for voting on the agenda items as set out in the notice of the AGM. Mr. Himanshu Kamdar, scrutinizer, she has submitted his report to the company on the votes cast through remote e-voting conducted prior to the AGM and e-voting at this AGM. The combined result of e-voting along with the scrutinizer's report will be declared and uploaded on the company's website www.dmartindia.com immediately on receipt of the scrutinized report, which will be within 2 working days from the conclusion of this meeting. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I wish to thank the members for participating in the AGM and the continued support of the company. I also, on behalf of the Board, would like to thank the promoter family for the constant support and insights into the company. I also thank the other directors for joining the meeting remotely. The meeting is now concluded. I may hereby declare that the proceedings of Avenue Supermarts Limited 22nd Annual General Meeting is closed. I authorize Mrs. Ashok Gupta to conduct the voting procedure and conclude the meeting. With your consent, I and the other board members would now like to take your leave. Thank you all very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Can we sign off now, all of us? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashu. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we have the e-voting timer displayed, please? All of the people, members who did not cast their votes before, we have a 15 minutes window where you can do the same.
वो नो बोल रही थी